what they really thought. The main good thing about church is that the Herdmans aren't there. Ever.
Well, that's not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Well, it is a very practical sentiment. Charlie was black and blue all last year because he had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is he the worst one? Leroy?
They're all the worst one.
Ralph's the biggest, so if Ralph gets you,
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast, she's mean, and she bites.
I'm sorry I asked. Just stay away from them all.
That's what I said. Stay away from them, go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Why?
No complaints to share about the Christmas pageant.
I don't want to be a shepherd again.
Well, just tell Mrs. Armstrong you'd like to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Everyone's in it. Think about how I would feel sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own children were in the pageant. And think about how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob?
Well, actually, I didn't plan to go. You know how crowded it is. They can use my seat. I just planned on sitting at home, putting on my bathrobe, and relaxing. Besides, nothing new ever happens at the Christmas pageant.
Well, there is going to be something new this year.
What?
Charlie's going to wear your bathrobe.
You just thought that up, Grace.
why don't you be Joseph? Elma Hopkins will pay you $1 to be Joseph. Elma's sick of being Joseph all the time, just because her father is the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
That's because nobody wants to be in it in the first place.
Well, what are you going to be this year, Beth?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Well, why can't Charlie just be in the angel choir?
Because I never get invited to music class. Because I can't sing.
From what I've heard in the past, that's not a serious drawback. The way the major always sounds to me like a closet full of mice.
What are you wearing, the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Oh boy, some choice. Bathrobe or bed sheets? Let's go listen to you.
You know, Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just likes to run things.
They're right, you know. She directs the Christmas pageant, she runs the potluck supper, and she's in charge of the bazaar. I think Helen Armstrong would preach a sermon if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes.
Well, maybe she'll try to manage the hospital, because that's where she is. I ran into George at the drugstore this morning, said his wife fell and broke her leg. Going to be in traction for 2 weeks, laid out till the first of the year.
The first of the year? They'll have to cancel Christmas.
Wait, she's in charge of Christmas?
Well, she's in charge of the pageant and she's in charge of the bazaar. I feel sorry for Helen, but who's going to do all those things?